All right, blast off. Ben Parker of CardinalSportsReport.com here with the Stanford quarterback coming from Syracuse, Justin Lamson, all the way from the East Coast back to his West Coast roots. So first of all, just on that note, on that introduction, how does it feel to be back on the West Coast after spending some time back east?
Yeah, man, it's amazing. The weather's really nice. I think every day I've worn just a t-shirt and shorts, so it's been really nice to be back here and be back close to my family.
Talk about, too, I understand that you had a pretty close relationship with Troy Taylor going back to your high school days. Just talk about that relationship and what role that played in you coming to Stanford.
Yeah, I mean, I always knew about Coach Taylor just because he's a Sacramento legend, coaching at Folsom High School. Worked with him when I was super young and got recruited at Sac State by the whole staff. So had a really good relationship with them, and he's a great coach, so I'm happy to be here with him.
Talk about what has it been like, just in general, kind of being the new guy, being the transfer. Just talk about what has it been like being a transfer to a new program, the challenges of that, and also what makes that an exciting process as well.
Yeah, man, it's a humbling experience being the new guy. It's like being a freshman all over again, but it's been really cool just to see how accepting the guys are, and it's been really challenging, but also inspiring just to be able to get in the playbook and see the support units around me. It's been really cool.
Just in general, talk about, from your perspective, the offense you guys are running.
Yeah.
What's it like? And I hear it's a pretty fun offense. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah. I think the way I describe it in one word is diverse, man. We run a lot of 12 personnel, 11 personnel, 21, anything you can imagine. Coach Taylor has something for it. Still going installs on day 18 of camp, you know what I mean? So bringing something to the defense new every single day. So it's been really cool. A lot of football, man. It's been really challenging, but it's also been fun.
Just kind of from your perspective, how is the wide receiver unit looking, and who's kind of stood out to you in that group?
Yeah, man. Guys that have stood out are, I think the veteran leaders, man. John Humphreys, Silas Starr, and then some of the younger guys, Mudia Elick. I hate doing this because I don't want to leave anybody out,
right,
but
right.
they're all super talented, man. And I'm super excited to throw the ball to them, and they're doing a great job this camp.
Just in general, kind of what are the main areas of your game that you've most been kind of focusing on and trying to improve upon for this season?
Yeah, I think the one thing I got to work on a little bit more is my decision making, just being quicker. And you can always work on something, man. And I think that's the theme of this camp, is being quicker and being more decisive in my decisions.
What's it been like working with the offensive line? Just kind of thoughts on how that unit is shaping up, because there's a lot of new faces on that front in terms of guys started, and then you're new. Just how is that relationship with them going?
Yeah, I think it's been good. A lot of new guys, like you said, and I think they're doing a great job, man. A lot of guys are stepping up in that room and being leaders, followed by Levi Rogers, man. I think he's doing a great job stepping up and just being a leader in that group, and I think they're doing an excellent job.
Also, too, you got some talented running backs to work with, E.J. Smith, Casey Filkins. Just what have you seen from that batch of guys?
Yeah, E.J., Casey, all those guys, Ryan Butler, Brendan Barrow, they're all doing a great job, and I think they're playing really physical this camp. That's kind of what I've seen the most out of them, and I'm expecting a lot from them this season.
What is it like being a part of a starting quarterback battle? Just talking about what that experience is like, and how you kind of balance the competition aspect of wanting to win that job while also being supportive of everybody in the room at the same time.
Yeah, obviously it's tough. There's ups and downs, right? I think every single day you gotta just go in there and just focus on yourself. How can I improve? Not trying to look too much on who's doing better than me, who's doing worse than me. Is just looking at yourself and trying to get better for the team, and then also being a great teammate in the same way. You know what I mean?
Just in general, what have you most enjoyed about being at Stanford so far?
Man, just the people. Whether it's the faculty in the classroom or just being around the players. I think we have one of the best locker rooms in the nation, and I haven't been around guys like this every single day, so they're all super awesome and super encouraging.
Could you just in general kind of talk about kind of what is kind of the transfer process of getting into Stanford, and how does that work? If you could kind of explain a little bit of what that's like.
Yeah, man. It's funny because like the acceptance process is just like every other student, man. They don't, even if you're an athlete, you got to be dialed in on your academics, and and they don't take it lightly, you know what I mean? And that's why this place is so special. So it's a little bit stressful at times because of all the paperwork and all the academic stuff, but you know, we got it done, and there was a great support unit that helped me out. But no, it was just like any other acceptance process, but a little bit more rigorous.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
And just looking back at your time at Syracuse, what did you kind of most learn from your time with the Orange?
Man, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about football and kind of learned a lot of how to live on my own. You know, I was out there on the other side of the country all by myself, you know, as a high schooler still because I early enrolled. So I think the biggest thing is I kind of just matured there. You know, met a lot of new people and learned a lot of different things. It's a different world up there, so it was really an awesome experience.
2 more questions for you, then I'll let you go. First of all, just how excited are you guys to get the season started? It's coming up. Just kind of what's the mood, vibe on the team on that front?
Yeah, I think it's super. You know, we just finished camp, so it's right about that time. It's super exciting, but we're not trying to look too far ahead. You know, we still got another week of game prep, but it's right there. You know, we got 10 days left. I remember in the special teams meeting today, it said 10 days. And it's like, you don't want to look too far, but we're going to be in Hawaii in about 8 days, so super exciting.
And then final question for you, just do you have any favorite post-game go-to for a meal or anything you particularly like to eat after you practice? Or it seems like they got some options for you here. Any go-to that you particularly favor?
Here, I think, that's a tough question. Here I don't really know, man, but I think if I was going to be back home, I'd go with my mom's tacos, man. She does a great job with those, so I think that's what I'd pick if I was back home.
And just a quick follow-up on that, what makes your mom's tacos so good?
I don't know, man. She just does something with them in the kitchen that makes them amazing, so yeah.
There we go, Taco Tuesday with Justin Lamson.
Yes, sir.
Here we go, have a good one.